Welcome back. I'm Frisky the Beaver. It's another. As you can see, is that noise? That is my sister screaming my name. She's over behind me. There she is. It's basically the last week of camping season here in Ontario, and we're going to enjoy it and do some. And tomorrow the truck has an appointment, so that'd be its second appointment. So, some updates on the install of the compost and toilet actually was finished the last camping trip we did, but I didn't mention it because it was something I didn't want to talk about. But it was definitely a project that I'm glad it's done and over with. Let's check it out. As you can see, the toilet is installed, and if I press the button, that is the auger chain rotating. There's nothing in there. It hasn't been used yet, except for Constance, who's sitting on the can. Isn't she a cutie? On Labor Day weekend, me and my father actually did a project. As you can see, drawers where it used to be the stove, they work. Nothing much. They do open when we drive. The magnets are not seem to be working. I have to find something else that keeps these drawers closed. I had an idea, but unfortunately one of the pieces doesn't fit the other piece, so I have to go to the store and find the piece for it, hopefully. That is hopefully within the next few weeks I can figure out that piece that's converted. I like having these drawers better than the stove. I think it definitely was improvement. If you see behind me, the fridge is still here. That actually has been another difficult project because it doesn't fit through the door. I watched a few videos, maybe how to pull the back of the fridge out of the fridge. It looks like it's probably going to happen next spring, unless it happens before the winter. But it's looking like next spring to actually see how that's done. That's the only project that has been a stalemate because of an issue that doesn't fit through the door. The toilet was pretty easy when we cut the plastic, made a hole for the plastic, and that went really well, easy. I think that maybe have only taken a day. The install of the toilet only took long is because of the the power. I was having an issue with the power. Apparently I flipped the positive to negative, so it wasn't working. But I said, well, let's try the other way. Then it did work. So as you saw earlier, the toilet works. It hasn't been used, and hopefully next spring we can actually physically use the toilet. Hopefully it doesn't go too bad in the winter time. I don't know if you can tell, but I did put a plastic sheet on top of the wood counter. I haven't pulled the protective layer out yet. I'm probably going to wait a while before I do that. Just an extra case of safety. I'm not sure if I want to pull it off at all, so I don't mind this, so it's good. Just a little more protection of the wood that's underneath this. It's just really protecting that. So I probably would have to put like a wood block on this if I'm going to actually cook with the induction plate I have, but that's probably likelihood slim of that actually happening, because I'm going to mostly cook outside of the camper. Another improvement that we did on the Labor Day was installing this extra bar for safety reasons. For me, my balance is not that well, and I didn't like the short one, so I wanted the extension one. This is a Moride extension bar, I think it's called, but definitely would put on the right here what's actually called, because at this moment, gone. No idea what this is. That's it. My sister has made a little fire. It's nothing that big at the moment, but we're probably going to enjoy that. I already had my dinner. Was
not satisfactory.
Exactly, that's the word I was looking for. It was not. Oh well.
I know what I wanted to eat, but I'm not eating it.
So that is going to be probably the evening. Tomorrow we do have to wake up and head out quite early to drop off the truck for its appointment. So we would see you then. So it's morning, it's just before 7. We have to be leaving shortly to make our appointment for the truck. Then we drop it off. That's basically the next hour we do, but we do have some errands to run. So while the truck is getting maintenance, we will do some errands in the area. It's just about an hour, no, half an hour to an hour away from here. We're leaving in moments. Okay, so we just dropped off the truck about maybe half an hour ago. I kind of forgot to pick up the camera from that. We did our first errand at Canadian Tire. Had to return 2 items, and then we went looking for something else, and we found a few items. I just see where we're going.
Oh, it's right there.
Yeah. So yeah, we're going to see if now have breakfast, which we just kind of passed the place. So see you after that. So we just finished. Breakfast. We had it at Jack's Pancake Factory, which is in Barrie. The food was actually pretty good. We don't usually eat out, so this was a little treat for us. I mean, they have more options for my sister than me, but they had something for me, so that was actually pretty good. My sister enjoyed your food?
Yes, very much. I really did.
So as we're eating breakfast, it started to rain, and now we're in the car, and we're going to our next location. Okay. So just got off the phone with the dealer for the truck repair maintenance. Of course, you know, when you go in for one thing, they find more, which is fine. So it's going to be a little bit longer until we get the truck back. We're making our way to the next location.
Well, this doesn't make sense.
That's for you not to hit the curb.
Oh.
So, yes. So, just keeping you updated on that. So we made it to our next location for our errands. We were going to stop at the lakefront, but parking was worse than Toronto pricing, so we said no, because I'm not going to be paying that price for an hour. $10 for an hour. I don't even think you pay for that in Toronto for an hour. You may pay for the day if you're lucky, and that's like a good price, but no. So we're at the next location, so that's gonna be a fabric store up here in Barrie. So we're done with the fabric store. We bought some fabric for the trailer for
Window treatment.
yeah, the window treatments. Spent a big penny there. But then again, that's fabric for you. Now we're going to head up to the mall because it's raining and we still haven't got the phone call to pick up the truck. And we're just waiting for that. So we left the mall. We stayed about an hour at the mall. We walked around it, went in a few stores. Still no update on the repairs of the truck. So we just now doing a drive around Barrie. And hopefully they call soon. Well, me and my sister found a trail and we're doing a little walk. I think it's part of the Canadian Trans Trail. I might be saying that completely wrong, but the little stretch that we are on used to be an old rail line that they ripped out and made the trail after it was closed down. Actually very nice. Do you see my sister? She's behind me, I know that. Well, we are heading back to the car. We turn around and just heading back. Still no word on the truck. This would have been a nice hike on a beautiful day. It's kind of cold today. Yeah. Well, good morning. It's the next day. So we didn't get, we weren't able to grab the truck from the mechanic yesterday because when they called and when they closed was such a small gap in between, and we were too far away to actually get back to the camp, to the truck. So it's still at the mechanic. We're on our way now to go pick it up. So we actually went home. We're not too far away from home, so it was like not an issue there. So we're back at the campsite. It's about noon right now. We're probably going to have some lunch. Um, Maybe go for a walk later. But right now it's cold. The clouds don't look very white. They look like it's going to rain. So yeah, I'm happy that we have the truck and the camper back. It was a little long, not a long drive, but a short drive back to the campground. Well, well, the rain didn't look like it's hit us. Every once in a while there's a few spits here and there. It might be sunny, but it's actually cold. Going for a little walk. My sister's on her own little walk. We kind of parted ways. Let's see if I can actually find her as I'm walking this campground. So I've continued my walk. I haven't found my sister yet. The weather is very windy. I don't know if you can actually hear the wind through the trees, but I am going to be doing something in a moment. That the crushing of the leaves, this road I'm on is covered in leaves. You can hear a little bit, but I think because the leaves are wet. So I am done my walk for this moment. I'm going to be heading back to camp. I will tell you what maintenance I got on the truck and two add-ons. One is, I guess would be kind of like a modification, and the other one is fixing a safety issue that my truck has. So I'm back at camp. As you see behind me is my truck. So it's a 2022 GMC Sierra Denali DH 3500. So the maintenance I got is just regular maintenance that you get. You know, oil change, alignment, filter, and some had to do something with the brakes. I forget what exactly was, but it was the time frame to do it. Those were the ones, the regular maintenance. One of the things I did get. So one thing I did grab is new mud flaps on all four tires. They roughly look the same. Hopefully it will help with mud getting onto the camper. Not much of the truck. One thing that I don't have around me is a place for me to wash the camper and truck. We only found one place so far that's near us, We're out of the whim. We found it. We washed the truck maybe 3 times there. And then there might be another place which we haven't checked out yet. Is a lot further. I think it's in the Cambridge area of Ontario. Had to pull some string off the camera. Don't know how it got there. So here's the back tire. And this is literally the first time you're looking at the new mud flaps, because when I picked up the truck, my eyes did not go there at all. So bad on me on that part, but I do like them. I just hope they work. So the safety issue of this, when the tailgate is out, the cameras don't work. So I found a fix for that. Basically GM knows about this problem when the tailgate is out, but they don't seem that they need to pay for it. I think they should pay for it because it's a safety issue and they know this is a problem, because most people wish this type of truck would technically have the tailgate out. But I did do the fix for it. I'm not sure what the cost is off the top of my head. I might put it on the when I'm talking right now, if I remember to look at the prices. Just basically my safety issue that I had to fix for me to be able to use the side cameras when I'm driving, just to give me a little more help. Well, I did find my sister. She's right behind me in the camera. She made it back to camp.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you can hear it, but it's just started to rain. It's roughly 3:30 to 4 o'clock bracket. So we're inside the camper right now, just relaxing, enjoying a coffee. Morning. Last night was pretty cold, so we had to turn on the heater. The batteries dropped down to 65. It was at 99 when we basically turned it on, so it was like 3 hours on. Yeah, now it's breakfast time, having oatmeal and tea, and then we are planning to do something today. We don't know yet, and hopefully it's actually a little warmer than yesterday, at least without the wind.
Constance, you ready to go pumpkin shopping with Auntie? Do you want an orange or a white? I know you want white. We'll go with white. And then I want one of those ones down there. You see? Those nice ones? The $7. But I don't know if it's going to fit in the car. But it doesn't matter. Unless you find small ones. Oh, there's small ones. Okay, let's go walk around before we pick our actual pumpkins. Pumpkin pie. Oh, we need the $2 one.
I think my sister's only spent $20.
Oh, a max?
Yeah. And it's going to be easy math.
Yeah, yeah. Ready?
Yeah.
Ta-da! I want this.
Won't fit in the car.
Why not? I have a truck bay, don't I?
No, you don't.
What about that?
No.
No?
Don't have.
See how fat she made her? She wants it.
No, she doesn't.
Candy?
Can't even have. Oh.
Look at these interesting ones.
Constance wants this one, but unfortunately it doesn't fit in the car. Constance.
You need me?
Do you think Auntie's doing a good job? Do you think Auntie's doing a good job picking pumpkins by herself? Do you think you did a better job? Me too. She's spending too much money. But she's making it $20. Now we're just waiting for my sister to come back from paying the pumpkins. I think we got 6 or 7 pumpkins. That's pretty good, right, Constance? Did you enjoy your first time pumpkin picking? That's good. So we're just leaving the pumpkin patch area. As Constance is in the back with Kathleen, telling about the pumpkins. Kathleen didn't want to go because it was too cold for her. Now we're just going to be driving around for a while until we want lunch. Then we'll head back to camp, have maybe a campfire. But yeah, nothing too much planned for today. So we made it back to camp. We're just going to have lunch. It might actually rain. So yeah. We did buy some firewood. Hopefully we can have a little fire before it starts raining or after it rains. But the temperature has continued to drop. It's getting colder. There's been no sun, so I have like barely any solar. So we don't exactly know how it's gonna go. So as you can see, it's cold. Than was moments before. Probably like half an hour has changed. We do have a fire going. As you can see, it's just smoky right now. So yeah, and I don't think the temperature is going to change. That's better. So it's I guess almost 7 o'clock. It's really cold outside. It's off and on again. Rain. The fire was pretty good. We burned the wood that we bought. Yeah, so we only have 66% on batteries. Hopefully it lasts all night. Otherwise we might have a problem in the morning, but I think we'll be okay. We're going to just only run the heat when we really need to, and that's it. And freeze the rest of the night, because it's going to be a cold one. So, good morning. It's our last day. We're leaving today. We're probably leaving within a few hours. So yesterday during our fire, I actually had to move the truck and camper to another location. Just try to get some sunlight, because it basically was cloudy all day, and the site that we were on was supposed to have some sun, but unfortunately sun never came, so I moved it to another spot. So didn't get a lot of solar. We might have increased it by maybe 3 to 4% of what we had when we were sitting around 62, 63. So during the night we did run the heater about 2 hours. Run it for 1 hour, turn it off, then turn it on an hour, then turn it off. Which kind of worked. We did have the humidifier going, so that kind of maybe helped with the cold. But it definitely was a cold night. It actually did rain during the night. I don't think a lot, but enough to make everything wet. So that was our night, and now we're going to go for breakfast. after breakfast, come back, pack up the cars and the trailer, and then head home. So, yeah, that's our plans. Thank you for watching. This is the end of the episode. Remember to subscribe, comment, and like the video, and to help my channel grow. And more content like this is coming soon. Thank you for watching again, and have a nice day.